Folks, this is Kelley. He's the CEO of Hampton, and he's partnered with Benjilock, and he's actually off camera giving me the best explanation of how Benjilock is different from the standard lock, so we're going to put that on camera. Kim?
Zinni, good to be with you today.
Great to see you.
Let me show you this.
You got it.
So this is a Brinks padlock. It's 2 inches wide. It's a standard padlock. This is solid brass. This is hardened steel. But what I'm going to show you today is how this lock actually opens. So I'm going to turn this lock around, and now you can see this lock that's where the backside has been cut away. Now I've got a spring under the shackle here. It's locked here and it's locked over here. Now I've got 5 sets of pins in here with these stainless steel springs behind them, and as you can see, these pins look like little tiny dumbbells, and that makes this lock pick-proof. It also makes it bump-proof. These pins aren't lined up on this little line here, but when I take this cut key and I insert it into the bottom of the cylinder, these pins, as you watch slowly, are going to be lined up against this what's called a shear line, which allows, because now the pins are out of the way, it allows the cylinder to rotate. And as I do this slowly, you can see up here, these locking bolts are retracting from the cylinder, or from the shackle, and that releases the shackle so that I can open the lock now. And I'll pull the key out. The cylinder is now in a locked position. I can take this shackle now, push it back in here, and now this lock is locked, and these locking bolts are back in place. And that's how a padlock works. Robbie's technology in Benjilock enables all of those functions to be performed with a motor after I actuate the motor with my fingertip. And that's how Benjilock works.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a very cool technology, and we're really excited about the opportunity to introduce Benjilock. You can find it in the marketplace this August in a whole bunch of different retailers in North America.
Now, in the next video, let's go over and talk about your products.
You got it. Let me put this lock down. We'll go walk over and look at the deadbolt.
Cool.
Some kind of ambient light all night long. These lights turn on at dusk, they go off at dawn, and when motion is triggered, because all of the features that are built into the coach light are built in here. When motion is triggered, this goes to a full 2,000 lumens, kind of lights up the whole neighborhood.
Wow.
And you have all detected, and this went to all bright. And I can, as soon as I've set it to go back to ambient mode, these nice soft lights turn on, and they'll stay on all night long. But all these features are built into this security light. We'll have single head, 2 head, bronze, or white. So very simple, very cool security lights. And of course you can override this if you want to just light up your backyard for a party, or you're outdoors playing with the kids or something. You can light up the whole thing and turn all of these other details off, including the camera. Last thing I want to show you, and the builders love this as well. In all the consumer research we've done, consumers said, you know what, we go through a process every night called lockdown. Is my back door locked? Is my front door locked? Side door? Garage door? Is everything in place? And so we created something that, because most people said, I don't think about that until I get upstairs and I'm in my pajamas, and I don't want to go all the way back downstairs again. We've created something called Check Lock. And so this enables me to check again on the Array app whether my doors are locked. So I'm looking at this one, and right here it says, let's say this is my front door. And this says the door is secured. But if I unlock this lock, it says the door is open. And it is obviously not secured. Now let's say I close this. It says that the door is not secured, it's not locked until I lock the deadbolt. So the brains and the technology are in this area here, in the bolt, and in the strike plate here. What's particularly cool about this one, though, is let's say you've got an antique door, you've got an old deadbolt that you're really in love with. You got this key that works with 4 or 5 other locks. You don't want to change that. We'll also sell you the bolt, the brains back here, and the strike plate. That's all you need. You can retrofit your existing deadbolt for half the price. And it still provides all the functionality. So I know that my house is secured as soon as I've got this thing locked up.
Wow.
It's very cool technology, and all of it works under the Hampton Array app. The deadbolts are going to be available next month in February. The coach lights will be available this summer, and the check lock will be available later on this spring.
Incredible.
All of these are very cool, and they're built because consumers said that's the kind of security that we're looking for.
Hey, what's your website?
Website is array.com, or you can also go to hamptonproducts.com, or you can go to bringshomesecurity.com, and you can find all of these products available. PPR, push-pull rotate door locks, and the Array deadbolt, so you got hands-free entry with real security, and the coach lights and this check lock are also available on that site. And we're taking pre-orders for all of this right now. Thanks very much for listening today.
Great presentation, too.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
You too.